My brothers and sisters, you are now watching The Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need. And I hope you enjoy the video.
Bro, I need a haircut, bruh. I'm starting to get that LeBron James hairline. It's not a good look. The Last of Us. So I'm not sure if you guys have seen it yet, but they have released some new gameplay of The Last of Us. This time it shows the gameplay with the infected. You know, before they showed the gameplay with the threat of humans and how humans can possibly be a threat. And you know, in this gameplay they finally showed the infected. You know, before we only seen like little parts of the infected and like how they look like, but you never got to experience what the interaction between you and the infected will be until now. So I was watching the infected gameplay, and after the freaking jump was over, I literally just sat at my computer like, can someone just hand this game of the year? Like, I keep on telling people, this is my game of the year. The Last of Us is winning game of the year. People will respond by saying, dude, really, bro, like, you haven't even played the game yet. It's not out. It's too early to say what game is going to win game. First off, I know, like, we have a lot of great games coming out this year. GTA 5, Tomb Raider, BioShock Infinite, just to name a few. But I'm sorry, like, this game is winning game of the year. You can book it. If I am wrong, I swear I'll never eat another piece of fried chicken. I swear, I swear. This game is winning game of the year. It's like the more and more stuff they show for this game, the more and more hype I get. Like, my hype never goes down. They haven't showed one bad thing for this game yet. And you know, Naughty Dog does not make bad games. You know, and I said that before in a video, and someone went all the way back to some game that Naughty Dog made on the Sega Gen. No, I'm talking about on PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, or PlayStation 3. Someone please tell me a bad game Naughty Dog has made. They just they don't make bad games. So the last was the infected gameplay, because I'm about to have an orgasm over this freaking game. But the infected gameplay. So you're in this dark building, okay? The girl, I think her name is Ellie, she is following your every move because you're in a dark building. You have this flashlight. You see the infected people, and you know, I was watching an interview with Adam Sessler and one of the people who works on The Last of Us, and there's 3 stages of the infected. There's the first stage where, you know, the infection starts to take control of your mind, and the guy was saying that you still have consciousness, but kind of like a cold, where, you know, if you have a cold, you know, you're sneezing and snot is coming out, kind of like that, where instead of that happening, you have the urge to attack people. So you still have your consciousness, but for some reason you can't control yourself and you just start attacking people, but you still have your consciousness. Second stage is where the freaking infection starts to try to find a way out of your body, so it starts to grow out of like your eyes and stuff, and that turns the infected blind. And this is where it got really interesting, because once the infection starts to grow out their eyes and stuff, and they become blind. So the infected, really, when they get truly infected, they can't see. But what made the gameplay so, like, Jesus, I was like, oh my god, survival horror is back. Like, a lot of people don't think The Last of Us is going to be survival horror. I think The Last of Us is going to be the first of its kind where it is truly a game that is so heavily, it doesn't even have to be survival horror. This game is just so survival based that I just think it's going to be such a refreshing experience. But here's where it got real good. So when the infected become blind after the first stage of the infection, they can't see. So how do they attack? They, much like bats with echolocation, because I think if my mind serves me correctly, I think bats are blind. The way bats get around is they use sonar or echolocation or whatever. They use a sonar for the sound to bounce off the walls, and that's how they maneuver and get around places. The infected do the same thing. There's the infected known as clickers, and they'll click to get around and try to know where things are. And it got so interesting because you're sneaking up on the infected that are blind, which is clickers, and you can hear them like clicking, like it's just like, this is freaking crazy. And like, sometimes if you just move too fast or bump into something and they're clicking while doing that, they'll turn around. And this is where I was like, get this, all right, get this. I don't think this has ever been done in a survival horror game, anything. Get this. So the infected, the people that can't see, the clickers, if they attack you once, you die. One hit kill. It's a one hit. I don't think any game has ever done that, strictly based on the fact they don't think people would enjoy it. But I think that could bring a whole different aspect to The Last of Us, because if you know that if you get hit once, it's a one hit kill, you're going to be way more careful. And the gameplay it was just so unnerving, because you knew the danger, like the true danger. If you get hit once, you're dead. So you really have to sneak around. And you know how in The Last of Us, it seems like a game where you won't just be picking up bullets here and there. Like, you have to conserve your ammunition. And so he's picking up things like, you know, shivs and freaking pipes to kill these things. And he has to do it quietly, because if they're clicking and they hear that noise, they'll come to that area. So this game is game of the year. I'm sorry. This game is winning game of the year. Just in case I'm missing something. Yeah, but it's a one-hit kill, and you know, the guy that was working on The Last of Us, he's saying because it's a one-hit kill, if they start to chase you, you have pretty much like two options. Either you have to run away from these things. If you have a gun, you have to shoot it, or you have three options. Okay, well, if it starts chasing you, you have two options. If it starts chasing you, if it finds you with the echolocation and sonar, you can either run away, or if you have a gun, you have to shoot this thing before it gets to you. Because if it gets to you, it's a one-hit kill. You're pretty much dead. That's what the guy said. And if it doesn't find you, then you can kill it stealthily. But I know this might be like controversial to a lot of games for having something kill you in one hit. You know, especially depending on what difficulty you're playing on. That's going to be crazy, dude. But I think this could bring. I've said before, I think The Last of Us is going to be survival, not so much horror. I'm sure there will be some scary moments in this game. I'm pretty much predicting The Last of Us will be more scary than anything that Resident Evil has put out recently. But with it being a one-hit kill and just a new type of infected where, you know, they can't see you, they're blind, they use sonar to get around. If they hear you and they get to you, it's a one-hit kill. It could bring like, I think The Last of Us will be the first of its kind, and I think that this game might go down as one of the best games ever. Okay, if you guys have not seen the infected gameplay, I'll leave a link in the description. Hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. Leave your thoughts and comments. I'm saying right now, The Last of Us is winning game of the year. I might go out of my way to buy the collector's edition for this game. I've never bought a collector's edition for anything, but man, I tell you, I cannot wait till May 7th. The Last of Us, my body is ready.